Dean, thank you again for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here. Just to get started, could you tell us a little bit about what your role is at Naples Health Community?
Yes, it's my title is I'm an IT enterprise architect with telecommunications, and I am over all of the call manager, anything and everything phone related here at Naples Community Hospital.
And how large is your Cisco deployment?
We are just shy of around 6,000 devices.
How did you hear about Variphy? Was call analytics something you'd used in the past, or?
Yes, so it's originally at my previous employer. I heard about you from CDW, one of the partners, and it's from there when I came over to Naples. There was a void, and that's where Verify was put here at Naples. It was a need, and I could not live without it.
Okay, so that kind of leads me into my next question. I'm really curious about what prompted that need specifically. How did you guys go from your normal day to day to I need something a little bit more in depth, something more robust.
So the tools that Cisco provides out of the box, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they have their spot. So when you have a tool like Verify that has number management or remote phone control or the detailed call analysis, that is just it's just quicker and easier to look at, see what numbers are available, and assign numbers or look at call records, cradle to grave. It's got an extreme value.
Are there any of those features you find yourself using more than others? Which ones have been like particularly useful in your day to day?
Between me and my coworkers, it varies. So I utilize call analysis every day. However, one of my coworkers utilizes the number management, looking for DIDs and new numbers to assign to phones. So it varies per person on the team. But as a whole, that's definitely the cradle to grave feature and just the call analysis. It truly is a really nice tool.
Now, when you guys were in search for a solution, were you involved in the product evaluation?
I was with the POC. I was highly involved. It was spun up, and the evaluation went very smooth, and it was very valuable because at that point we were able to display the value to upper leadership.
What was your experience with the deployment process of Verify?
Quick, smooth, and it's issue free. I don't think there was any issues with it at all.
Always love hearing that. When compared to other solutions you may have looked at, can you speak a bit about some of the aspects that influenced your decision to go with Verify?
It would definitely been the support personnel. That's everybody that we've dealt with so far has been amazing. Everybody that I've dealt with previously has been amazing. It's the deployment process has been smooth. This is the second time that with the second company that I've deployed Verify, and each time it has been smooth and issue free, and just the interface and how easy it is to sit somebody down that's not been able to use it and walk them through, and then just in a few minutes they're able to start running queries and creating our dashboard. It's very simple to use.
When you're talking about the support team, is there anybody specific that you can think of that you've worked with in the past? Can you think of a time that maybe that helped you overcome a challenge or something you were facing?
Yes, it's Matthew. Matthew. Oh, is it Matthew Skies?
Yeah, Matthew Sykes.
Sykes. Yeah, Matthew has been extremely accommodating, and he has answered all of my questions and handled all of my issues extremely promptly. It's just anything and everything that I've ever had. He's been professional, kind, and he's just extremely knowledgeable on the entire platform. And I've not had anything come back that wasn't answered.
It's fantastic to hear. Can you describe? I know you spoke to it a little bit, but describe some of the benefits or impact Verify has made on your organization. Any interesting use cases or anything like that. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, it's the first off of the call analysis. It's just so much easier than using the integrated car with Call Manager. It's easier, it's quicker, you got more visibility. It's easier for somebody to look at that and be like, okay, well, A, B, and C happened, or this call had X, Y, and Z on it. One of the biggest things, in my opinion, is the number management. No longer do we have to worry about an Excel not being updated. These numbers are in use, these numbers aren't. We've got these new DIDs. So number management has probably been the biggest thing. It's taken number allocation from 30 to 60 minutes down to 5 minutes, if that. And that's building the entire phone and assigning the number as an entirety. Number management's definitely saved us the most time thus far.
I'm just curious, how are you guys doing that in the past? Were you typical spreadsheets and things like that? Or
Yep, it was one Excel on a shared drive, and you hope to hit save on that after you've done your work.
Yeah, when compared to other software solutions, again, I know this is something you'd kind of mentioned, but how would you rate the support that you've received from Verify?
Oh, it's just outstanding. It's an 11 out of 10. It's, I mean, like I said, there's not been an issue that hasn't been addressed or explained, not just addressed, but explained why it occurred. It's like ABC happened, that's why this happened. This is how we're going to fix it. And also, the forums, the documentation is great as well. That's you're able to go to the support site and look at the configuration documentation and DIY it. It is detailed. It is very well done.
What would you recommend about Verify to your peers within the Cisco community?
It's the number management and remote phone control. Those are the two things that I recommend to people often. It's because 9 times out of 10 people are either not maintaining their number allocations or they're using a spreadsheet. So I'm always recommending Verify for the number management, but also the remote phone control. Being able to connect to a phone remotely with this, it is invaluable. Whether you need to reset the phone or change an IP address or do whatever you need to do remotely. That is one thing that I didn't touch on a second ago, but it is extremely valuable. I just recommended it to another CIO last week, actually.
Oh, really? Well, Dean, those are all the questions that I have for you today. From everybody here at Verify, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. We really appreciate it.
Hey, you're most welcome.